Good afternoon, everyone. We have a very, very special guest today, Vinayak and Shilpa from Bnbme. And you guys know me, I'm Nitin Bhargav, owner of NHD Real Estate and NHD Interiors, as I always introduce myself. We have two very, very beautiful guests today. So they are from the company called Bnbme. So, sir, over to you. What is Bnbme is all about?
We are a luxury short-term rental management company.
Okay.
We are hospitality-driven, hospitality-focused. And our thought process is to create wow experiences not only for guests but also property owners.
Okay. So when you talk about short-term rental company, do you had a prior experience before starting to this company in holiday homes or hospitality?
Yes. So I've been in the hospitality business since 2005.
Okay.
I have another business which does hotel supplies, and
Right.
we work with about 180 hotels across the region. And
Okay.
For many years, we were the exclusive agents for supplying amenities to Marriott, Accor in India as well.
Right.
So we understand hospitality. We understand what makes a luxury property luxury, and
Okay.
we've always had a passion for hospitality.
So Shilpa, what about you? How you guys start? I mean, thought process was how to start this company.
So it actually started out of a personal experience. We had one of our properties on the Palm, and this is back in 2015. And the long-term tenant suddenly took off, and the apartment, when it came back to us, was in a really bad state. And that's when we spoke, and the concept of short-term rental was just new in Dubai, and we said, let's see how it goes. So we furnished it. I started managing everything. And in that first year, we did almost double of what we would have traditionally earned in long term.
Wow.
And it just started, our journey started from there. So from that one unit, we put another unit of ours. Then a friend asked us to manage their unit. And then in 2000, we started managing from 2016, but in 2018, we officially managed. And the thought process was, let's bring the concept of luxury, from the hotel experience we have into the holiday homes that we want to manage.
Right. Okay. So we are into real estate. Okay. So, and you are managing the real estate. I want to know certain things about that why people should invest here and give the apartments to you. So my all conversation will be in the benefit of the real estate owner, because see, you are the managers for the property, and being an interior designer, I have to do a beautiful property, give it to you so that you can rent it out on the behalf of the owner and get him the maximum return. That is main concept. So see, this podcast is, I have not given you the questions. This podcast is spontaneous. So give me an spontaneous, correct answer according to in terms of the facts and figures. Okay. So why holiday homes is good for an investor?
Can I take one step back?
Please, sir, go ahead.
Because you said something very interesting.
Sir.
You said you are into real estate and we are into managing it.
Right.
I want to tell you and tell your followers the difference between short-term rental and real estate.
Sure.
Because we are not into real estate. Short-term rental is not a real estate play. It's not a real estate game.
Right.
It's a hospitality game.
True.
When you go into an apartment, you look at the size. Your first calculation is what size is it? Kitna square foot hai?
Right.
Out of all the properties we manage, I don't even know one property square foot.
Okay.
When we go into a property, we look at, okay, what experience can we generate for the guest here?
Right.
That's the difference between real estate and short-term rental.
I will like to hold you here. I have seen the properties you have managed. I have given 2-3 apartments to Shilpa, and they are beautifully managed. We went there again to take the photo shoot, and the property was been taken care at utmost care which you have taken. It is in that good shape. So that is a commendable work you guys have done. That's why I've called you guys for the podcast.
Yeah. So I just want to explain the difference, right? I mean, we're about creating experiences.
Yes.
You're about the product.
You have. The product. Shilpa has, I furnish the apartment, but Shilpa has put in those plants and the planters. We put some photographs, Tejas and Abdul, we're going to put some photographs there, which they have done. We have done a commendable job. They have done a more wonderful job making that apartment look more beautiful.
It's teamwork.
Okay. So, what is the concept of a holiday home in terms of rental business?
From the guest perspective or the owner?
Owner perspective.
So the advantages the owners have, or the concept the owners have, is they buy a property in Dubai. Many owners want to come to Dubai to travel. If they bought a property, they want to stay in the property. Now, if they want to stay in the property and they keep it locked, when they come, it's not in a certain condition.
Right, that's correct.
So with us, the property owner can use the property as much as they want.
Right.
When they're not here, we manage it for them. Right. We maintain it for them. Right. We generate revenue off it for them. So the expenses go out, they make a little bit of profit as well, and they can still use it as their own home.
Okay. So let's suppose I'm talking about the perspective of the end of the user. Let's suppose any guest comes in to Dubai. Hotels are totally expensive. I mean, truly expensive right now. What is the benefit for them?
So we are more expensive than hotels.
We are more expensive than the hotels?
Our apartments, many times, as of today, we are priced higher than a hotel.
But then your apartments are always booked. There's no occupancy.
We're 100% sold out today.
How?
But I'll give you the difference. If a family is coming, right? Let's say a family from Delhi is coming. You've got the grandparents, you've got the son with wife, you've got the daughter with husband, and you've got maybe 1 or 2 kids, right? So you've got 6 adults, 1 or 2 kids. They go to a hotel. They have to book 3 suites, 1 suite, 3 rooms, whatever they want to do, right? They have dinner at night. After dinner, they all go to their rooms. Every couple in their own room, put the TV on, go to sleep. Somebody goes out, kani khatam. With us, they rent a 4-bedroom apartment.
Right.
They rent a penthouse. They rent a villa. They get a chef. The chef comes in and makes them state-of-the-art dinner. Or they go out for dinner. They come home. They sit in the living room. They take out the cards. They watch some TV. They communicate. They have a drink together. They create an experience. They create a memory around that table.
Okay. So this is the perspective of
the guest.
The guest. So you are expensive than the hotel also. Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of average ROI, return on investment, a owner will make? Tricky question, but you have to answer it.
It is, you cannot calculate that.
Okay.
It is non-calculatable. It is infinite. Okay. How much do you put to that experience?
Okay, let's suppose 4-bedroom. We talk about 4-bedroom, which is in downtown views. It was for 7.7 million. Right? I'm talking about the ROI's perspective. What do you think in the end of the year the owner will make?
It will get to anywhere between 500 to 700,000.
That means 10%?
But why I say it'll get to is you can't expect it in the first year.
Okay, third year.
Easily.
10% rental?
Easily.
Okay, so vis-a-vis Dubai is generating like 7 to 8%. And in the rental calculator, if you look at, right now it would be around 6.5% looking at this cost right now. But if you are saying 700,000 dirhams it will make in second or third year, it is 10% rental income.
In the third year, it'll do it. Now I'll tell you why.
And it is, it is realistic?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
That family came, they stayed in that 4-bedroom downtown views.
Right.
They got familiar with it.
Right.
They knew where the supermarket was. They knew how far it was for Dubai Mall.
Right.
Next year, everybody who comes to Dubai doesn't come once. They keep coming back. Next year, they come back again.
Right.
Where are they going to stay?
Same place.
Because they're familiar with it now.
They were looking for the same place.
Unka ghar ban gaya. It's their home away from home.
Right. Exactly.
Third year, where will they come?
They come to the same place. Correct. They become your patrons.
Now, when they go back,
okay,
their friend or their family members coming to Dubai.
Right.
They're going to ask them, "Bhai, aap Dubai jate ho? Kahan rehte ho?" Yaar, inki yaar rehna.
That's true. Okay.
That's why second and third year business grows.
Great. Okay. Again, I have given you the choice for 3 areas to buy. Shilpa, this question for you. Let's suppose 3 areas to buy for rental perspective, which is holiday home, Airbnb or something, Bnbme.
Not Airbnb.
Bnbme. Okay. So where a customer should buy? Palm Jumeirah? I want a literal answer. Palm Jumeirah, downtown Dubai, Business Bay, or Marina?
So from all the 4 options you mentioned, Palm, Jumeirah, Downtown and Marina still remain in the Tier A category of premium units. Okay. Now, if you have a property in the Palm, Jumeirah and we're being asked which are the kind of properties, definitely a property with a private beach or, direct sea views are preferred. If it's in downtown, a full Burj Khalifa view continues to remain a premium property versus a non-Khalifa view.
So again, I will rephrase the question. Where is your highest revenue? What is your highest revenue generator? Let's suppose if I compare a one bedroom, Palm Jumeirah, because you manage a lot of properties, Palm Jumeirah, Marina, and downtown. Which is the highest revenue earner for you this year? Only I'm comparing one bedroom. I'm not talking about four bedroom. I'm not talking about three bedroom. PJ. Okay. So in your literal sense, if I get 4 units in Palm Jumeirah, you are sure that it's going to be the highest earner in the entire Dubai.
Depending on which building and everything, right? So it depends on the building, depends on the beach access, it depends on the way the unit is furnished. So one of the properties, the one bedrooms that we are managing on the Palm, we've been managing it for the last 6 years, 7 years, and till date it remains in the top 5 performing one bedroom apartments in the Palm Jumeirah.
No, in Dubai.
In Dubai.
It does over 300,000 a year.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It does phenomenally well.
About 60% of the guests are repeat guests. But that's 6-7 years now, right? Pre-COVID, we took that property on.
Wow.
The owners invested 100,000 dirhams on the interiors.
Okay. What kind of charges a owner pays when it gives you the unit to manage?
So the first charge is furnishing the unit, right? It is a capital expenditure, and today we have very educated owners who understand that the unit needs to be nicely furnished and well
I'll
furnished.
stop you here. So you have people who have furnished before, and I have given you 3 units, which is furnished by NHD Interiors. What's the difference?
Huge difference. Because I think the apartments that come from you understand the concept of design and luxury and premium.
Really?
So
I'm sitting in front of you. Don't say this.
No,
Well, it's
but
a very simple answer. How is the return your properties are getting?
That's true. Yeah.
It's not only us. It's the way they look. People book based on photographs.
Right.
And your properties look phenomenal.
Thank you.
so people are willing to pay that higher price for a premium unit. So it makes a huge difference.
Second, furnishing is first cost. Second, what is the cost? Like Diva?
So utilities is a charge that is borne by the owners, which includes the DEWA, internet, chiller if it is not part of their service fees. So utilities in general is a cost to the owner.
Plus, what is your management fees cost?
So we offer multiple packages to our property owners based on what their priority is with regards. So it's starting from 15% going up to 25%. We offer different services.
Okay. So there is any concessions you guys will give to our, let's suppose if anybody comes and takes, say, I'm coming from NHD Interiors or NHD Estate, will there be any discount for something or no?
Negotiable.
Negotiable. Okay.
See, I
you don't have to answer it. No. You don't have to answer
No, but
it.
I want to tell you something over there.
It's okay.
Okay.
No, you can say.
All our property owners get the same rates. So one doesn't get a benefit over the other.
I know because I have read 3 contracts and they are all same.
Yes, the
So,
experience.
yeah, so
I
we
had
don't
the experience.
We don't differentiate. But what I do tell you is if it comes through you and it's designed through you, the revenue is always going to be higher because you really put it's not only about yan lagao. You put a lot of effort. Whoever does your designing, they do a very good job.
They do. What are the charges of an operator apart from this, which you have told me 3-4 charges? Is there any hidden charge? Because a lot of people, they want to know, is there any hidden charge they need to pay?
There's maintenance. That's it. There's no hidden charge.
Okay, so service maintenance is there. They pay divas, chiller, everything. Anything which is hidden from the government side, from operator side or something?
They pay a Dubai tourism fee to set up.
Yeah, so there is an initial
1,500, I think.
for the unit permit, 370 per bedroom. So that is a one-time annual charge which goes directly to the Dubai tourism. Besides that, there's no other hidden government charge. If the property owner's unit is a personal unit on his name, again, he's not liable to pay VAT. But if it is on a company name, then he is liable to pay VAT. So these are the only government charges as of date.
Okay. Now, again, coming back to the your part of business, what is the technology you guys use? Because a lot of times I've seen companies, I've dealt with several companies also in the past, operating companies. They don't have any structure. They give the sheet in the end of the month that this is the days which has occupied, this, that. What kind of technology you guys use? I mean, if you don't want to name it, the technology is okay. Just want to know the outline how you guys manage that business, and it gives a satisfaction to the landowner also.
So you speak about what we have, and I'll tell you what's coming up.
Sure.
So
So can we take a break here for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So next question. What kind of technology you are using while in this operations, while you are telling the customers, that not the landowners, that it has to be very, very transparent, right? What revenue you are generating, what income they will get. So what kind of application or website, or what is the technology you are using? Shilpa, over to you.
So I have to say, as a company and a company owner, I take great pride in the amount of tech we use, right? And we've integrated it today with almost every part of the guest journey as well as the owner's experience. So right from the time a guest is making an inquiry to the time the guest confirms and the tech we're using for automated check-ins, the cleaners in the apartment and the inspection reports, we have tech integrated for that. We have tech integrated for automatic registering the guests with Dubai Tourism today. We have a technology back end for our revenue. So right from the pricing algorithms we are using and the dynamic pricing revenue model we have for the owners, everything is interlinked with tech. We have a data analyst today who's in-house and is working with AI and different tech tools. We have a very sophisticated owner app today, which is available for our owners, giving them all information in terms of reporting that they want, the pricing, calendar syncing. Today they want inspection reports, cleaning reports. Everything is available to them at the touch of a finger. So we're constantly using tech. We're using AI now, integrating it with a lot of our work. We've been working something for the last 6 months, which Vinayak will share more details on, something we're super, super proud about. You want to speak about Leah?
So just before I come to that, regarding the app, the owner's app, right? So the owner's app today, they get to see their revenue, they get to see the bookings, they get to see details of the bookings, they get to see all that kind of stuff. What we're coming out with in the next couple of months is they will get to see how their property is done versus the competition. So let's go back to the 4-bedroom downtown. The owner might do 100,000 a month, but you don't know what that 100,000 is. You can't benchmark it.
Right.
So with the new technology we're going to come out, he will be able to see how the other 4 bedrooms in that building have done. So he's done 100,000, the rest have done 50,000, he knows he's done well. He's done 100,000, the others have done 300,000, he knows he's not done well. Then how are the 4 bedrooms in downtown doing? Then how are the 4 bedrooms in Dubai doing?
Okay.
So he'll be able to benchmark that.
My question is how?
That's our technology. So as Shilpa said, we have algorithms that scrape data.
Okay.
We have algorithms. We are constantly looking at the pricing of competition. How are other people pricing their properties?
Right.
We have a point scoring system. How does our property score against theirs?
So that is automated, or you have an analyst behind the scenes?
Both.
Okay.
The data collection is automated.
Okay.
The data analysis in terms of dashboards is automated.
Mm-hmm.
We have a data scientist sitting at the back with revenue managers who interpret that data and decide what they should do.
Okay.
Now, what they should do is also an algorithm that recommends.
Okay.
But the data scientist and revenue manager take the final decision.
Sure. Okay. So for this, you just told me that you have integrated something called AI.
Yes.
What is the role of artificial intelligence in your business?
So we actually have an AI agent called Leah.
Okay.
She speaks 80 different languages.
Right.
She works 24 hours a day.
Okay, for our viewers, can we get a small application? So a video we can inculcate in our video?
I'll do one better. I'll send you Leah's link. We're still in testing phase. We've been testing it for 6 months.
Okay.
But there are about 5 properties connected
so we
to
are
it.
going to inculcate that link and you guys can see it.
Well, there's 5 properties connected at the back end.
Right.
Imagine you want to make a reservation. Ask Leah the most difficult questions you want. And let's see how she answers it to you. And you know what? Put your feedback in the comments. Let's have some fun with this.
Put some feedback also in terms of the comments, please.
I just want to add
nice comments.
And ask in whatever language you want.
Okay, done.
And however complicated the question be, ask it whatever, her whatever.
Okay. So what kind of portals you are using? Like I know Airbnb, I know Agoda. I'm if I'm right. What different kind of channels you are using to generate the leads?
So, online travel agent business, the OTA business, is not more than 40 to 50% of our business. We don't depend on it.
Right.
And with the OTAs, we work with multiple. You know, we work with Russia's number 1 OTA. We work with GoMMT in India, India's number 1 OTA. We work with Germany's number 1 OTA. We work with China's number 1 OTA. With Saudis. So we work with wherever our guests come.
You are somewhere connected to some portal also where you don't have to generate the leads. It comes automatic to you. I mean, she was telling me one time that you guys are connected with one of the networks of travel people who travel worldwide, something like this.
Yeah. So we have multiple B2B connections. So we are on multiple B2B networks. We're on, I think, about 12,000 different travel agent terminals.
All right.
So somebody is looking for a apartment or holiday to Dubai, sitting in some village in Germany, that travel agent, we are on their terminal.
I'm asking because it is easy for me to convince a owner of an apartment to get the apartment and give it to you. It gives me that ease of doing business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think we should have to convince. I think the owner should feel comfortable.
100%,
and
100%.
the way we believe in it is, not every owner is going to work with us. But the owners that work with us, we become family. Because we are honest. We tell them how it is. We don't create a rosy picture. We're not looking to be the biggest in Dubai.
Right.
We want to build relationships with people. Like I said, we create experiences.
This is our DNA, NHD Real Estate.
That's why we work well together.
Okay. License and other mandatory requirements for a landowner.
That she knows.
So, what we have, I mean, it falls under the Dubai tourism law, so not in the RERA law. We have an agreement with the property manager, which is between the owner and us, and listing out our roles and responsibilities. So that's a property management agreement. We require certain documentation for them because as a company, we require to take a unit permit, which authorizes us as a company to manage the unit. So that legal document allows us to manage the unit and rent it out.
So what is the unit permit? Because this question will come up all the time.
So we as a company are authorized by DET, right? Mm-hmm. Where we have our
What is DET?
License. DET is Dubai Economy and Tourism. Okay. Right? And we come under them. Right. And we have the license as a short-term rental, vacation rental management company, property management company. Now, when we take on a property, a unit permit is basically a document issued by DET which authorizes Bnbme HolidayHomes to manage the unit.
Okay, so this is one part of it. Let's suppose, what are the challenges which a real estate owner can face? Like anything broken inside the apartment, any incident occurred, somebody hit somebody incidentally, some mishappening happened. What is the legal implication on a landowner?
So there is no legal implication on the owner, right? Okay. We are managing the property on behalf of the owner, and it's a hassle-free experience for the owner. Okay. Now, in terms of maintenance of the unit and damages and breakages, right? One, we take a property insurance for every property that we take in-house. Okay. Now, this property insurance covers the content in the apartment. It also covers third-party damage. So, in case anything happens to guests, while staying in-house, all that is taken care of by our insurance. We also collect security deposits from guests whenever they are checking in. So now, in case something small is broken, like a lamp or kettle or whatever, we deduct it from the security deposit.
Great. This is question again for the interior designing. What kind of element or home feature which makes a guest experience true experience of Dubai? A tricky question.
Not really.
Okay. Please answer.
There's a craze in the world at the moment, which is called the Dubai chocolate.
Okay.
The fix chocolate, right?
Okay.
You know the chocolate I'm talking about? The Kunafa pistachio.
Kunafa chocolate, yeah.
The viral chocolate.
Everybody wants it. I mean, when I go to India, the first demand is from my son's friend circle, uncle, that Kunafa chocolate. That chocolate you're talking about, fixed chocolate.
तो मतलब घर में मीठा तो चाहिए?
Huh?
So you come and stay in a Bnbme holiday home, you get a fixed chocolate. You get a Dubai chocolate.
Your first real glimpse into the Dubai experience.
Okay.
That's the first example.
Apart from that.
If you're, depending on where you come from, we give you certain services. For example, we have a guest who comes from Delhi.
Okay.
They don't like to eat outside food.
Right.
So they like to cook Indian food at home.
Wow.
But they also don't like, they're slightly elderly. They want their fridge stocked up a certain way.
So you guys will do it.
They've told us once. Every time after that, it's stocked up with the same things all the time. They don't have to tell us again.
So that your application will do.
Yes.
Or your
No, our team does. Our CRM has gathered what we did first time. Next time it comes, it's automatically informed to operations. Make sure this is set up in their fridge.
Amazing.
They don't have to repeat it.
Okay. Now coming to the design element of the house. So we were talking about for almost like 15-20 minutes. You just mentioned that design element creates a huge difference. Yani the photographs which are shown on the portal, it makes a difference. What first design element which you want to pick up for your apartment?
We don't want to be vanilla. When I say we don't want to be vanilla, what it means is we don't have a cookie cutter approach. Every apartment has a different taste. Every apartment has a different personality.
Okay.
Every apartment speaks a different experience.
Of its own language, yes.
Its own language. And it's always luxury. We don't go for the cheapest option ever.
Okay.
So that's the elements.
That's what I'm asking. First design element you want a apartment to have.
Uniqueness.
Done. That I was looking for. Uniqueness. That, let's suppose Burj Khalifa facing is a unique feature.
So that's a luxury. That's an amenity.
It's a unique feature because
100%.
Because that photograph you're going to inculcate in your business also, right?
100. The video.
The video,
100%. 100%.
Okay, done. Any story of a guest that you just said that you stock up everything when this guest come? Any other story which always stuck in your mind while doing this business from past 4-5 years now?
Oh, there's so many.
No,
There's
one
so many.
which is always stuck here.
So I have a story. We have this VIP client that comes and stays with us every year. And we do the entire concierge services for them. So right from restaurants to, whatever they want to do, skydiving, yacht rentals, butlers, we've organized everything for them. And they were a group of 20 people. And she called me one day and they said that we came in a private jet, but the private jet can hold it has a capacity of only 15 people. We are 18 people now. We need to fly back today and we're unable to arrange another jet. Can you help us? I said, sure, no problem. And again, I take a lot of pride when I say it because what the office couldn't manage, we as a company did. And we managed to have a private jet flown out in the morning from one of the cities in India, came here and then they left at the same time in the evening, both the private jets, and they got back to where they came from.
Amazing.
So this is in line with what all of us at Bnbme work for, right? Make it happen. We made it happen for her, and I think that's one of the memorable incidents I can think of, at least, that we did.
Okay. So last but not a least question, because we are going to do one more podcast with you guys again, because was an initial one, but we want to have one more because your this new application is coming. So technology wise, I'll ask you a question again, but not today. Last question: interior design. How does interior design? How it plays a crucial role in Airbnb?
Bnbme, not Airbnb.
Okay. So Bnbme is business. Let's suppose what kind of architecture design you are looking at, yani interior design you are looking at in the apartments, because a lot of the owners, they furnish it with bed, basic things. What is the difference you want to have in your apartment? Because this question is directly related to our business.
It has to be unique. If you go and you pick up the same sofa that everybody else has, the same color,
IKEA.
plain, so we wouldn't even manage.
Okay.
We wouldn't take a property like that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to think our guest is the luxury guest.
Because she just said guest flying via
Private
jet.
Yeah.
Private jet.
Yeah.
So that are different clients altogether.
That's what I'm trying to say. They don't want the IKEA furniture. They have to have the apartment. The property has to have a story.
Okay.
It can't just be random stuff put everywhere. It can't just be a painting on the wall. It has to be joinery on the wall. You know what I'm talking about. You've
100%.
done it.
We are going to put 1-2 photographs,
Please.
of what we have done, and Bnbme is managing those apartments.
But it makes a difference.
Right.
You know, the guest is ready. We don't sell cheap. So what happens is people who sell cheap, their properties are sold fast. The
Not
better
management.
properties are always left after.
That's true.
Right? And then we sell more expensive. Christmas, New Year's, we don't even come out with our inventory until 1 week before.
Right.
Everybody who's sold out, sold out.
I've seen your portal.
Yes.
I was actually following your portal.
So last minute, when the guest wants to come,
Right.
and they only see the really poor stuff, and they see your apartment furnished well,
Right.
but it's expensive. They have two choices: compromise on the quality or pay the premium. We'll take the premium. That's how important
Interior design.
the visuals are. It gets you that 20-30% more.
Wow. Okay. So that means a owner can, if he puts the money in furnishing, he can take it back in 1 year, I think. And rest 4-5 years of the furnishing goes free.
So you invest the furnishing, it lasts you 5 years.
5-6
If you
years.
amortize the cost over 5 years, it's negligible.
Negligible.
It makes no difference.
Great.
And that's the way you should look at it.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was pleasure meeting both of them. I'm going to call them again for a new podcast once their new technology application will come up.
I look forward to it.
Thank you so much. Thank
I
you
look
so
forward
much.
to it. Thank you, Nitinji. Thank you
you.
very much.